Hey guys, who's ready for another read aloud? Well, as you can see, I still have my Disney ears on because it is still Disney week. I've got my ears on and they are Sleeping Beauty ears today. And then I've got my shirt that says Happiest Teacher on Earth. Now, I'd be a lot happier if I could be at Disney World right now, or if I could be at my school with all my awesome kiddos that are there. But since I can't, then I thought the next best thing to do would be to read another read aloud. And not just any read aloud, but a Disney read aloud. So our Disney read aloud today is going to be 101 Dalmatians. So, before I read this book, I have to give a really extra special shout out to Miss Jarrett, who teaches at Cottageville Elementary. Miss Jarrett has two awesome Dalmatians, Tux and Luna. And I had to pick out this book when I saw it because I thought of her and her two puppies. So we're going to read 101 Dalmatians. Once, there were two Dalmatians named Pongo and Perdita. They lived in a small little house in London. Their pets, Anita and Roger Radcliffe, lived with them. Nanny, the housekeeper, took care of all of them. One day, Pongo got some wonderful news. Perdita was going to have puppies. Everyone was very happy. I know I'd be very happy if I had a puppy coming. I love puppies. Little puppies. At last, the big day arrived. The puppies are here! Nanny cried. How many? Asked Roger. 8, Nanny replied. No, shouted Anita from the other room. 11, wait, 15! 15 puppies. Perdita was very proud. Pongo, you old rascal, said Roger. He thought the puppies were wonderful. They'll get their spots when they're a little bigger, Nanny told him. Suddenly, there was a clap of thunder. In swept Anita's old friend, Cruella de Vil. Her long fur coat trailed behind her. Do you know this song? Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. To see her is to take a sudden chill. Cruella de Vil. I see the puppies are here at last, she said. I'll buy them all. They're not for sale, replied Roger. You'll be sorry, Cruella snapped as she stormed off. Pongo and Perdita were happy to see her leave. Why do you think they were happy to see her go? Why do you think the two puppies were happy to see Cruella de Vil leave? But Cruella wasn't finished. They can't stop me, she cackled. Cruella hired Horace and Jasper Batten to steal the puppies. As soon as you have a chance, sneak into their house and grab those puppies, she told them. You must wait until the puppies get their spots, she added, but then they will be mine. Each day the puppies grew bigger, and each day they got more spots. The puppies liked watching television. The show they liked the most was about a dog named Thunderbolt. Get 'em, Thunderbolt, shouted Penny. Time for bed, Pongo said when the show ended. Aw, Dad, we're not sleepy, said Lucky. After the puppies went to bed, Pongo and Perdita went to the park. They took Roger and Anita with them. But as soon as they went out, Horace and Jasper went in. Jasper locked Nanny in the attic. Horace put all the puppies into a big sack. They took all 15 puppies. When Roger and Anita returned, Nanny told them what had happened. Roger called the police, but the police couldn't find the puppies. Perdito and Pongo were very upset. Then Pongo had an idea. "Let's try the twilight bark," he said. "It's our only hope." "All right," agreed Perdita. Pongo barked in special code. "Yap and yip and yup, yup, yup. 15 puppies need your help. Calling all hounds, yippers and yappers, please help us find their cruel kidnappers." The message was passed from dog to dog. It woke up Towser, a bloodhound who lived way out in the country. Growled Towser to Lucy the goose. "A message from the city. An important one, too. I'd better tell the folks on the farm." Old Towser's barking woke up a cat named Sergeant Tibbs. Tibbs told Captain a horse to wake up a sleep dog named Colonel. The Colonel pricked up his ears. 15 spotted puddles were stolen. "I think that's puppies, sir," said Sergeant Tibbs. Who do you think's right, the Colonel or Sergeant Tibbs? I agree. I think Sergeant Tibbs heard that one right the best. Tibbs remembered hearing some barking at the old DeVille place. "Nonsense! That house has been empty for years," said the Colonel. "Not any longer," Captain answered. "There's a smoke rising from the chimney." "Then we'd better investigate, Tibbs," barked the Colonel. They went to the old house. Sergeant Tibbs slipped into the house. What a surprise! He saw 99 Dalmatian puppies. 15 of them were huddled in front of the TV. "Those must be the ones," Tibbs said. He raced back to tell the others. How could he tell that the 15 puppies that were in front of the TV were the ones he was supposed to be looking for? How could you tell that the 15 puppies in front of the TV were the ones he was supposed to be looking for? The Colonel sent a message. Dog by dog, the message was passed from the country to the city. "Listen, Purdy," said Pongo. "It's the Great Dane. He has an answer for us." The 2 Dalmatians raced to meet the big dog. "The puppies have been found at the DeVille place," the Great Dane said. "We must go at once," cried Perdita. Then, when they got to the country, Sergeant Tibbs and the Colonel were waiting for them. "Follow us," said Sergeant Tibbs. "There's no time to waste." They sneaked into the old house. "What does Corella want with all these puppies?" they heard Jasper ask. "She says she's going to make them into a coat," Horace answered. "A dogskin coat?" cried Perdita. "How cool!" She counted the puppies. "Pongo," she whispered, "there are 99 puppies here." "We must take them all home with us," Pongo replied. "Let's go." Sergeant Tibbs led the way. Horace and Jasper didn't see them leave. They were too busy watching television. The Dalmatians followed Tibbs to the barn, but they weren't safe yet. Horace and Jasper had finally noticed the puppies were gone. They were following their tracks in the snow. "Here they come," shouted Tibbs. "We'd better do something." "We'll hold them off," Captain told Pongo. The Dalmatians escaped out the back door. The captain gave the bad uns a swift kick when they came through the front door. Uh-oh, see that? Pongo and Perdita led the puppies through a snowstorm. Suddenly, Pongo heard a car. Quick, hide, he urged. The dogs hid under a bridge. Luckily, Horace and Jasper didn't see them. Pongo decided to walk along the frozen stream. That way, Horace and Jasper couldn't follow their tracks. Home seemed very far away. My nose is froze, whimpered Lucky, and my tail is froze, and my toes are froze. All the puppies were tired and hungry. Just then Pongo heard a friendly bark. Follow me, said a collie. I have a place for you to stay. The collie led them to a warm barn. Some friendly cows gave the puppies plenty of milk to drink. Soon, 99 puppies were fast asleep in the hay. Pongo and Perdita thanked the cows and the collie. Tomorrow morning you can go to the village, said the collie. A Labrador retriever will meet you there. He'll show you how to get home. The next morning, Pongo and Perdita continued on their way. Pongo knew that Corella would be looking for them. He tried to brush away their tracks with a branch, but Corella saw the tracks. They're headed toward the village, she shrieked. When the dogs reached the village, the Labrador was waiting for them. He led them to an empty blacksmith's shop. I've got a ride for you, he said. A van is leaving for London soon. There's room for all of you. But Corella and her men had reached the village too. Corella was angry with Horace and Jasper. Find them! Find them now! She shouted. Pongo, how will we get to the van? Perdita whispered. Just then, Lucky said, Patch pushed me. He was covered with soot. He pushed me first, Patch whined. He was covered with soot too. That gave Pongo an idea. He rolled in the soot. Look, I'm a Labrador. Come on, Purdy, let's all be Labradors. Soon, all the Dalmatians were covered in soot. We're going to fool the nasty lady, the pups giggled. The van was getting ready to leave. Better hurry, said the Labrador. One by one, the puppies got into the van. They almost made it, but the last puppy got stuck in the snow. The snow washed off the soot. There they are, Corella cried. The van pulled away in the nick of time. After them, Corella shouted. Corella drove too fast for the slippery road. Watch out! Cried Horace, but it was too late. Corella's car tumbled down a hill. Everyone landed in the deep, soft snow, but the car was smashed to pieces. Back in London, Anita and Nanny were decorating the Christmas tree. Roger was too upset to help. I miss Pongo and Purdy so much, said Anita. I know, answered Nanny. Sometimes at night I think I hear them bark, but it always turns out to be a dream. Wait, cried Anita. Do you hear that bark? Nanny flung open the door. A large black dog jumped on Roger and covered him with kisses and soot. It's Pongo and Perdita with their little ones, cried Nanny. She began to dust off the puppies. Then Anita and Roger noticed the room was filled with dogs. All in all, there were 101 Dalmatians. Whatever shall we do with them? Anita asked. We'll buy a big place in the country, said Roger. A Dalmatian plantation. It was a very Merry Christmas, after all. What would you do if you had 101 puppies show up at your house? I don't think my mom would let me keep 101 puppies. But if they showed up, where would I put them? Right? So, that's what I want you to think about today. We know who our characters are. We know that our characters are the people that were in the story or the animals. We know what our setting was. We know what the problem was and the solution was. That all helps us to understand the story. So, that's what I wanted you to think about while we were reading. Now I want you to make that connection. What would you do if there were 101 puppies at your house? I don't know what I would do. I'd love 101 puppies, but I don't know what I would do with them. But you know what I want you to do right now? Go take an AR test.